Can you please text Matthew and say that I'm live?
Gracias. Cheers, mate.
I don't know why they did that.
Unless they took him somewhere else.
I really wanted to carry that table over there. You want to? See it? Yeah. You want to? I'm not very strong. I had someone look at my gym for the first time in a year, 2 days ago. I had no idea.
Don't leave me. Thank you for staying, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to fix up my schedule right now.
Hey man, we're live. We're live. We're good. We're going.
Are you rolling solo?
No, I got my little crew over there. We're just trying to sort out our little. Yeah. They took the bleachers away, man. That sucks.
Dade County Public Schools, man.
Dade County Public Schools.
It's kind of funny seeing you try to figure out how to read.
Whoop.
They finally managed to bring it.
But don't put it there, I'm right in the way, aren't I? So,
Oh, yeah, we should screw this.
4 of you and you couldn't work that out.
There we go. Alright.
No, it's better.
Now you can see over the fence.
I was looking through the holes.
Congrats.
Do you guys want chips or like? Yeah, do you want some? Yeah, I know.
We're getting off to a great start. So you like the new Overwatch socks, man?
I've stopped playing.
Oh, whatever, I
Yeah.
for $2, man.
Oh, the sale?
Huh?
The sale?
The Black Friday.
Yeah, no, I stopped playing because that game is just way too imbalanced.
No, you fucking donut, my beer.
Sorry, viewers.
Did you call him a donut?
I think the mic. That's when I used to teach. That's what I used to, because I couldn't curse at the students. So instead of saying you little, I say, oh, you donut.
Yeah.
And it's just,
No, that's a good one. I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Wait, what would you teach?
I used to teach like an after school.
Now you unblock the afters.
Keeping up professional.
Today's UPSL action is sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Wait, don't come for advertising. This is America, bro. We gotta make a profit. Says the one wearing an avalanche.
Well, here we go. It looks like we're actually going to get some pre-match formalities here for this important occasion.
Christian, get the speaker with the intro music.
Da 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 da! The champions!
Oh, say.
Lee,
What?
Play national anthem.
in case you need it.
Yeah, it's like.
That reminds me of the fucking Miami FC games, man.
Let me get the.
Alright. With the lyrics, please, because that's my anthem. It's my anthem.
It is just about one of the most American songs ever existed.
It's not give a fuck. It doesn't give a fuck.
No, it's not. And it's completely irreverent, and it's everyone. I'm just gonna.
It's my anthem.
What is more American than Trey Parker and Matt Scott? Alright, that's before we get like some I mean, I've always preferred beer.
Not always, but yeah, generally. I mean, if I'm at a sporting
It just
event,
doesn't make me as stupid as one, but it's if I'm going to like a party, then I might smoke beforehand.
yeah. But like honestly, like if I'm going to a game, I don't really like smoking very much because even though like if I drink, like if I drink, then at least I'm gonna like mildly remember. Like I'm gonna remember the game most of the time. Like I have to get like I
It actually directly affects your campus and your ability to form new memories. THC. It directly affects your ability to make new memories. That's why the people who are like consistently smoking every day, all day, seem really stupid. It's because they don't learn any experience they have in life.
Here we go, underway at the glamorous Orange Bowl Field at Ives Estates Park. This crucial Florida South Division in a UPSL matchup. Miami Sun FC in the purple jerseys, kicking from your right to the left. Florida Sock Soldiers in the fetching neon green.
Falta rep.
Fisticuffs here is.
And that looks like a throw to Miami Sun. No, to the Sock Soldiers. Ooh. Well, that was first blood to Miami Sun. Decent effort in the first couple of minutes there, but it's a goal kick to the Sock Soldiers. These two teams, top of the division. Miami Sun in first, having played one game more. That's a long ball. Here we go. Might be a chance for the Soccer Soldiers to spring a little attack here. And it doesn't really come to anything, and looks like it's gone out for a throw-in. Yes, Miami Sun have played one more game than the Soccer Soldiers, so they are 3 points ahead, but both these teams have not lost a game. They have won all their games. This fixture will go a long way to deciding who will win this division. Of course, there are playoffs afterwards, but the kudos of winning this division, this full season, is something to play for.
Teaching how to make bombs or whatever, and then I looked up the source file or whatever.
And the ref blows for a foul there. Yes, if you are hoping to have been catching Boca Juniors and River today, well, I can give you a game with just as much Latin American flair.
Don't go.
A lot on the line.
That'll get you on the watch list real quick.
I'm on to watch this now.
Of course, being down here in South Florida, both these teams heavily populated by players from Central and South America. I don't have a team sheet, but there are certainly one or two players to look out for here. A lot of attacking talent on both sides.
I know this very well. So when I got to boot camp, I got pulled aside and they were like, so hey, we know
Good interplay there from the Soccer Soldiers, but it breaks down.
Oh yeah.
And it's a free kick.
That's honestly what it matters, right? And they were like, oh yeah. So
As you can see, a beautiful evening here. Just on the border of Dade and Broward counties.
The best way to prevent something is to understand it.
I can also teach you stuff about active shooting protocols.
Hardly a cloud in the sky. Perfect conditions for soccer.
Keep an eye out for people who are suspicious that you wouldn't normally notice. Because actual suspicious characters don't come across as suspicious. They're really hard to notice.
And is he on here? He might have half a chance here. Oh, and it just goes wide. But that was actually a pretty decent effort from Miami Sun. It sort of came out of nothing. A little bit of scrapping in the midfield, and the ball broke down that right flank. Slightly unlucky there. But certainly these early exchanges going a little bit to the boys in purple and white. And as is part of the course at this level, we have a small pause while the goalkeeper retrieves the ball. Should you want to volunteer for ball boy for UPSL duties, please contact the UPSL Florida office. So let's get back underway here. Short, playing out from the back. Oof.
It's literally PVC pipe.
Dealt with well there. Safety first. Probably the right option. But a little bit of a threatening situation here now.
Not a file sharing service. It's fine. I've had that happen.
Oh, I was just thinking through like
Long ball.
the anarchist cookbook.
And there's someone on the chase down there.
Have you not read the anarchist cookbook? There's so much more other stuff in there besides explosives. Like how to steal a cable.
And here we go. Soccer Soldiers moving the ball around here. Trying to look for that opening. Swung in, but oh, there is a player down there on the right.
How to steal cable, how to avoid the cops, how to steal phones, how to not pay for international calls. Like,
Good little move, but the shot left something to be desired.
You don't have to pay for international calls. I remember my parents would buy those little cars. Like, I might have known that I would have helped them out.
No, the anarchist cookbook isn't illegal. You can find it on college archive sites.
yeah.
Like Stanford has it.
It's got some pretty useful stuff though for like doing protests and stuff like that, like the techniques for like interlocking arms and stuff like that.
I mean, just
Long kick from the keeper.
no, it's how to do it in a way that you can't
Soccer Soldiers ball.
Yeah.
very easily.
So like you can like link like 6 people together and walk down a street, and then it's really hard for them to knock down like one segment to put on the other segment.
It teaches you how to break a zip ties when it's more than one zip tie.
And another ball over the top there. Trying that tactic a little bit, but the Soccer Soldiers goalkeeper there on hand to mop up any danger. Slows the game down. Looking to go long. And again, the players competing down there, and the lino flags for a goal kick. Not a hugely popular decision, but probably the correct one.
We gotta trust USSL from the anarchist cookbook.
It actually works.
You can see this goal, it feels slightly further away than the one at the end, because I'm not quite on the halfway line.
I mean, they're harder to find now, but that's
And another long kick.
and that actually is the metro rail parking garage.
Number 22 there. Nice, calm, collected pass back to the keeper. And Soccer Soldiers will just move this ball around.
Sophomore chemistry. That's how I'm doing.
Nice confident play out the back here from the Soccer Soldiers.
How do I build the nail gun? One of those,
And both teams are just looking to maintain possession a little bit here. There's no point in bombing forward instantly. There's a lot at stake here. But that's a bad pass. A little bit of competition in the midfield there. The Soldiers come up with it.
No, they legit did that. Yeah, I know they did.
And here we go. Some back and forth in the midfield there.
just in case.
The Chinese.
Not necessarily Chinese.
And the ref has blown for something. Again, one side happy with that, the other side not so. Probably too far out to go for goal. But you never know. A nicely worked set piece here. There's this guy free on the left, and the referee is not happy with that. He's a good ref. We've seen him here before. Don't know his name, but he keeps a good grip on the game. But he wanted, I think, to have a word with one or two of the players before this this free kick. I think it was actually the positioning of the free kick that he wasn't totally happy with. So here we go. If they can float one in here. Looking good towards the back post. And is it a corner? I think it may well be a corner kick. Of course, in a tight game like this, set pieces could be vital. Free kicks, corners. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Just in case there's a little bit of goalmouth action here. Swung over. A little bit too high and looping. Probably a flatter kick might have been a better option. And there could be a little break on here.
It won't take you 2 weeks of terrible radiation sickness, your skin falling off, that kind of thing. No, that'll happen to people like that.
Oof. Well, he got up for it, but
this is what's nice. I moved from one area to another where it's like
a scrappy little bit of play there. But the Soldiers competing for it well. Could be half a chance here. Just wouldn't open up. So they have to spread the ball wide. Hey, well, we can hear the thud from over here. So it's hard to tell if you got any of the ball, but it was certainly a free kick.
Wow, no yellow card? That's crazy.
The crowd observing. There is no yellow card. The ref choosing to keep his cards in his pocket. It's probably a little bit early to get too tough with the players. And that was probably a case of a mistimed challenge more than anything malicious. But if it's Soccer Soldiers' ball, is it a corner kick? Could be, could be. Certainly people are assembling in the box, as we just had down the other end of the field.
That's the only case where I started.
As you can see, there's a free kick from the left there. Swung over.
I just go into the Nazi, like...
And, well, the less said about that one, the better. So I think it feels like we're about, there's no clock, we're about 10-15 minutes in. Scores are still level. If you are one of the people who've just joined us, this is the UPSL. Miami Sun FC in the purple jerseys, shooting from right to left. And Florida Soccer Soldiers in the bright green, shooting from left to right.
That gray circle on the outside is the shot. Everything, those big random circles, it's thermal radiation. It burns. That's what happens to the Chinese guys. Just for your peace of mind. Instead of the Chinese.
And this could be a little bit of a counter-attack here. Note the Soccer Soldiers might mop this one up. And this, we were down here a couple of weekends ago. This guy, in defence, the right back for Soccer Soldiers, number 22, very calm, assured player, sort of guy you want in that position. Lovely little bit of skill. And you just feel that the Soccer Soldiers are getting a little bit on top here.
Game's getting spicy here. You need your glasses to see that comment.
I did see the comment. Thank you. You can submit a comment. I'll read out some best ones. Funnier the better. I was a little preoccupied there as this looks like another free kick for the Soccer Soldiers. Similar sort of position to the last one they had. The Miami Sun keeper there, very confidently sorting out his defenders, getting them exactly where he wants them. Nah, that's a low ball into the wall. And if Miami Sun can use this, they could be in here. That's my finger, sorry. Starting the play quickly. Here's the number 34 for Miami Sun. And again, looking for that diagonal ball over the top. And a little bit better, a little bit of a sure touch there, and they might have been in. But it's another goal kick. And again, the short distribution from the goalkeeper. This Soccer Soldiers coach, he likes that. A long ball dealt with by the Miami Sun back line. And that is clumsy. We'll call that clumsy. And the ref has no choice. Well, here we go. If they could be in here, if they can swing the ball across the box. There's a couple of defenders in his way back there. You can just see those green shirts swarming around. And that was some good defense. That was very good hustle from the Soccer Soldiers. And I think it's a goal kick. I think Miami Sun feel they should have had a corner. Nice, big, powerful header by that Miami Sun defender there. A little bit. Both players went for the ball, but they do come out with it. And there's a tri-rail, local commuter rail for South Florida. One of these teams will certainly be looking to find an engine and drive forward. A little bit what this game is lacking right now. Miami Sun choosing to just slow the pace of the game down here a little bit. It appears they're flying. No, they're not. It definitely doesn't say anything about Beckham's team.
Disclaimer: we did not get the helicopter.
What are the Soccer Soldiers doing that we're not? There's more people here right now than at one of our games.
Yeah, it's just family.
Yeah, but like, you know, players should have been bringing their families.
It's just family. Remember, all the guys that
Quality of possession so far has been very good. You can see these two teams are evenly matched, but both teams prefer to play football, not much direct play.
So that could turn out for just
Looking to get the possession, keep it, and work an opening rather than try and force anything. Still 0-0.
space is just this, but with the characters space. It's an amazing. It's like three guys who work in a
He didn't give his teammates too much chance to get that, and it is a turnover of possession. And there's a little bit of room left for this guy to run in front of, and the ref had a look, decided there was nothing in it. Might have given a free kick there myself. And it goes out for a throw.
Where's your badges? Where are your badges, Lee?
Well, I do actually have the first FA coaching badge, so I do have an actual qualification to talk about this sport on some level. Unlike some pundits in the area. And that's from the English FA as well, the proper FA.
Proper FA, yes.
And the little keeper came out to deal with it there. And I think it may have been off. In fact, there's confirmation. The linesman raising his flag for offside.
Matt Bunch says he can hear you clearly.
Sorry?
Matt Bunch says he can hear you clearly. Can you hear us clearly?
Well, of course, the secret of sports commentary is just projecting the voice and enunciation. But in all seriousness, this has been an intriguing little encounter, as we thought, but we knew it would be tight.
Wait, hold on, I didn't call you out on this. You said the English FA, right? You said the English FA, right?
Yeah.
Why not the Welsh one?
English FA is the more prestigious qualification. And now, if my memory serves me correctly, these two teams have actually met in Open Cup qualifying, I think. And on that occasion, Soccer Soldiers were the winner by 2-1. They will certainly be hoping for a repeat of that today. And apologies for the auto exposure here, a little bit bright. Some close attention for this lively number 34 for Miami Sun, choosing to take his guy on. Nice confidence. Oh, well, there's a... Let's have a little closer look at that. Well, I mean, we all heard the scream, and it doesn't look like he's faking it, but I don't think there was too much malice in it. This is lower division soccer after all.
Eye for an eye here down here in the UPSL.
And the angle of the free kick, if they have someone who can get this on target. The American football line's helping us out a little bit here. As you can see, just maybe 16 yards out. If you've got a good right foot, 3 in the wall, you can easily have a go at curling this in. But that Soccer Soldiers keeper, he's an athletic guy. He can easily cover this whole goal. Let's see what happens. Goes for goal. Ooh, and it kind of did swing in the air a little bit. And the most important thing is you keep it out. Get both hands to the ball, and he did his job. It will be a corner kick to Miami Sun FC. A little bit of pressure here now for Miami Sun. Rode the storm a little bit. See if they can make this territory count. Good ball in, and that was not a bad header. Not a bad header at all. Probably just needed to get a little bit more over the ball, get it on target, but that was probably the best chance of the game so far. Nice little period of play there from Miami Sun.
If you need a co-commentator, I'm not coming up there for that second half.
Don't really know what an MLS fan would know about the sport, but there we go.
Hey. I'll give you witty commentary.
It's that back four for the Miami Sun. They like to they keep compact on the edge of that box, and that makes it really hard to play through the centre. That's why probably the Soccer Soldiers are finding a little bit more luck.
Incoming.
This number 34 is I mean, fair enough, he's standing close to us, but he catches the eye a little bit. Very, very lively player, and if they could have got him in there. And here we go. He could be away here, and he's got an overlap. Number 7 to the left. That's not a bad ball if they have some numbers here, and he just cannot get past. Again, that right back for the Soccer Soldiers. pretty good player, and he's got some skills as well, and clears the lines. And it's throwing.
I'll say for 4th division, they're not really letting up.
Sorry?
But the 4th division, they're not letting up. They're going hard.
This is, I mean, would we call it 4th or 5th division? It's certainly non-league, but it's, as has been pointed out, it's not a shabby game of soccer at all. Again, second half, we'll try and see if we can frame out these floodlights a little bit. It's, as the night has worn on, it's made it a little tougher to see. Maybe one of these filters can help me out here. No, that's worse. All right.
4th division games. Normally it cuts it. You could ask her, man.
Possibility of a little counter there. Again, the score here still 0-0. Very tightly contested game. But half a chance here. Not a bad ball in. But the keeper get there. Just needs to be a little bit clipped a little bit more. Might have got into the attacker's path. And you can just feel that the game has just ratcheted up a little bit. With a couple of chances recently. There we go, that's a little better. Might be a shakier, but I think you can see a little more.
Big money.
And again, you feel a little more sense of urgency between the two teams now. It's almost as if there we go, that's a foul. They've kind of felt each other out a little bit, and now there's little gaps and spaces opening up. It's not a hot evening. I mean, by South Florida standards, it's a nice 75 degrees. Certainly not as bad as it is playing soccer here in the summer. So, in terms of physicality, a little bit easier to keep up with the game.
You're not. And this dude comes running down.
You get some awfully humid, hot evenings for soccer in the summer here. It's really takes it out of you as a player. And of course, the other thing crucially here is no rain. Rain, the other enemy of the South Florida soccer scene. But again, a lovely dry evening. Well, here's a little bit of space. Might come. The shot was just blocked. It was the right idea, but the danger hasn't completely gone.
And then from there, I just got really passive aggressive with him.
Good ball over.
Baiting him.
Needed the bicycle kick, man. Needed the bicycle. I think he thought about it. You can see the back sort of arching backwards. Thought about that bicycle kick. But
yeah, but it's not gonna hold up.
No dice. And again, Miami Sun just switched the play, looking for a bit of space. Lovely calm play by both sets of defenders. Sort of credit to the UPSL really in this part of the world. There's a little line there. I mean, I can see it. Maybe these guys can see it too. And the flick on, but it's just a little bit too long. And the guy is making the same point as I did, but just in Spanish. Good player. I need to find out who this 34 is. Good player. Good player. Been very involved in the game so far.
Like at worst, he tossed me, and then whatever, I can toss it, he stays. Then at the end of the day, it comes back to, I'm watching a football.
The Orange Bowl field. Part of the legacy from the old Orange Bowl. Sadly no longer with us, but they did install two fields with Orange Bowl branding in Dade County. One further down south in Moore Park, more towards the centre of town, and this one up here at Iowa Estates Park. Wonderful facility, for soccer at this level. And this could be quite a promising free kick. Maybe a little far out to be too direct.
I got like the Miami SC flag and I'm running.
But if there's a set piece routine in the bag here, in the locker somewhere, could be a good time to get it out.
I was like, what's up, dude? I'm
Get a little
whatever.
little closer to the action.
The ref's like, you have to leave. And I was like, why do I have to leave? I'm running track, you know? And that was fun. So,
Soccer Soldiers just lining this up.
thanks, Phil.
And sort of spooned over. If they can get this back across the face of goal, nah. Feels like probably about 30-35 minutes in, something like that. Still no goals.
Good game though. I think it's like.
But a good game. As it's you know, you come down to these games and sometimes this division has quite a wide variance of the teams, which, you know, it's a new division, that's fair enough. There's been some blowouts down here, but this is probably going to take something special to get ahead in this game.
It's probably the class that McFerry
Like it's specifically something like it's
what?
so
Oh.
it's a special like it's a little bit stronger.
And that's well, it looked like a clearance, but it turned out to be a half decent pass, and they might come away with it here. And if he can play this guy in, there's half a chance here. He's gone for goal, flicks up off the defender, and the keeper should deal with that comfortably, and he does. He's definitely been the busier of the two keepers. But again, a lack of real clear-cut goal-scoring chances so far. So, Soccer Soldiers, this guy here, like lurking in this wide empty space here, calling for the ball, but they just can't get it out quickly enough. And we get underway again.
I would not put this in Budweiser. Budweiser's like, okay.
Budweiser's a 4, that's a 6.
Okay.
Some discussion on the sidelines here about which is the best of the national macro beers.
On my beer scale, Bud Light is like a 1 or a 2. That's like
Bud Light isn't a beer.
it's water.
Sorry.
We interrupt your scheduled broadcasting, so Bud Light is not.
This is quite the way to end the Thanksgiving the sort of holiday weekend. So most of us had Thursday and Friday off, and there's a fair old turnout, about 75 fans here, just wrapping up their weekend. And if you are here, thank you for joining us on this Magic City Soccer provided stream of this UPSL game. My name is Lee Ifans, and I'll be with you for the rest of the game. Still 0-0. Still no score.
I think your team was helped out by, since it actually is a holiday weekend, you probably have visiting family members.
Yeah. There's a fair old turnout here. There are some seats, but there's not a vacant seat for sure.
Well, there's not a vacant table.
Here we go. Free kick. Miami Sun. It's driven deep. Oh, and he might have been in there. It just came in a little bit too quickly, a little bit behind him. And we'll see what the decision is here. It could be a corner kick. And they take it quickly. Swung over. But there's no one there to take advantage. And the goalkeeper will restart this game. Probably about 10 minutes left in this first half. The keeper has just gone to retrieve the ball. That's a stoppage in play here. There is quite a lot of empty space behind the goal, so a wayward effort will sometimes take a little while to retrieve. And again, the Soccer Soldiers choosing to play it short. Short and long, which has been a tactic for the evening.
You know, I think I hate Neymar more than I hate Ronaldo. Hey, just because Neymar's such a fucking Good
competition in the midfield there. those central midfielders for Soccer Soldiers liking to scrap for that ball, win it back for their teammates. And is he winding up for a shot here? He takes a touch, has a shot on goal, and it's a little bit over. Again, they've been sort of been reduced to a couple of speculative efforts from distance. Still waiting for one of these teams to cut the other one open. Hasn't happened yet, but there's been signs of life there for both teams. And again, Miami Sun choosing to go long with the goal kick. And they have numbers here if they can work this out.
Mano!
Looked like a handball, and indeed it was. Again, the Miami Sun looking for that quick restart. They definitely have chosen to try that diagonal ball a little more, and it's given them a little bit of territory here. This guy's still going. They're trying to bring him down. Good strength, good strength. He could be in here. And it's bobbling in the box, and that was probably, is the keeper got it? Well, I'm sorry about the bad language from the crowd. I can't do anything about that. But that was certainly, that was certainly half a chance there.
Not bad, Lee. We do never so serious. I got excited.
There was a little bit of excitement from the crowd for that chance. Certainly.
We do never so serious.
It's probably the first time that one of the teams has got behind the other.
It's dark over there. Lights.
Good corner kick right in the mixer there. And is he going to have a hit? I tell you what, it was on target and it needed a deflection, but there could be a break on here. If he can get over this side, he does have options. One good ball, he's taking the touch.
Oh, what are you doing?
And the chance just looks like it breaks down. What's the decision here? And it is a free kick to Miami Sun FC. Just got a little bit end to end there. So a little exciting little exchange there again. And that's the danger when you go down one end of the field, you've got to watch your back down the other end. And Miami Sun were almost undone there, and that looked a little bit. Yeah, the two teams having a little word with one another there.
Oh, here we go. Let's get the fist out.
Well, there may be a little more to this. The referee he's doing a good job here of keeping a little bit of control. The goalkeeper is getting involved as well here as well.
Where is Vega? We want tables. We want tables.
Again, so I'm zoomed in quite a lot here, so it's the quality will suffer a little bit. There's a yellow card, I think, for the just for the strength of the protest, and a yellow card there. Two yellows, and they are the first cards of the game. We haven't really had that much. Well, and the coach wants to give his opinion there as well. Maybe they feel it should have been a red, but I think in the context of the game, that would have been harsh. They're still arguing about this one. Again, this is the first time close to the end of the first half that it's boiled over like that. It's been a very technical game, and I think all the points have been made, and we can now get back to the game.
That was fun because when Vega came up on that play and you got a yellow card, we had another. The refs in like our division were so stupid. Like this guy got a yellow card because we never call this guy, but whenever you do a throw-in, right, you're supposed to do it.
Long ball out from the back.
You know, they always take like 1 or 2 steps. First, you got a yellow card for.
And there's a little bit of space down there.
Because one of his feet left the ground.
Oh, well, that was the chance. That was the chance, and on those kind of chances, games can be defined, and you wonder if the Soccer Soldiers might live to regret that one. He was certainly completely free in the golden zone, couldn't get the shot on target, and it was a rush of blood to the head. Oof, and now they were certainly competing for this ball, and this game has certainly kicked up a notch here. And he's behind the defence here. He just needs to swing one good ball over, and that's a foul. That's a foul, and I'm not surprised. Well, it's not going to be another card.
Oh, there's another card.
I think it might just be a lecture from the referee. He's had good control of the game so far. Oh, but it is the old Gata Amarillo. So a couple of these players will have to be a little bit more careful now in the second half. And it is a decent position for a free kick. There's the Soccer Soldiers, larger, bigger guys queuing up for the header. You never go direct from this, so it's all about the quality of the delivery.
What's the official name of the Sun?
Miami Sun FC.
Look up Miami Sun and check where they're based.
Defending this free kick. We're into the closing stages of the half, so a goal here. Is he going to go for goal? And he leant back when he hit it. It's such a hard technique to try and get those long shots on target. And we may have now a couple of minutes left here. We don't have the luxury of a scoreboard with a clock, and I don't think we'll get the time added on. But I think those couple of chances might be all we get for this half, unless someone can fashion a chance in these last couple of minutes. Opened up a bit there. The ball brings the fullback attacking forward. And just a little deflection on that pass. A lovely little bit of skill by that Miami Sun defender. I think that's a number 7 there.
They have a team store, but it just says falta contenido. Like, they didn't even fill it out. They just put there's a team store on the website, but they have nothing under it. It's just like.
Still 0-0. Closing stages of the first half here. And I feel that Miami Sun may just be trying to take the sting out of this game, but they got a little bit complacent there. Oof, and it's not a good pass. So they invite a little bit more pressure. And that's a decent effort and not a bad save from the goalkeeper. He needed the save. Ball comes back in. Nothing comes of it. Well, that was we don't have the replays, but rewind the stream on that one. That needed the save because it was going in. And I think the call may be offside. No, it's not. I think Miami Sun have to get a little bit of a grip here. They do not want to concede a goal before halftime. So much at stake here.
That had the potential to be bad, bro. Wow, that had to be. Until that pass.
And again, just the quality of the final ball lacking there. And look how quickly those green shirts are on him. Oof. Well, I don't think there was much in that. Maybe they were choose to restart the game quickly. Maybe Florida Soccer Soldiers can sense a little bit of blood here. This would be the time to score. The famous old whistle to attract your teammates' attention. Ooh. And it's off. Well, that was quite a period of sustained pressure from Soccer Soldiers there, and maybe it merited a goal. But then you just have to credit the Miami Sun FC defense for hanging tight. It was a little bit rocky, but they got the job done. And I think if they can get in now to halftime at 0-0, they'll certainly have the goalkeeper to thank. Definitely the defenders. Well, this could be half a chance the other way. It's kind of zooming on the action zone here. You can see them all lined up on the 18-yard box. The ball comes in, and the keeper deals with it very well. Restarts the game quickly, sends it long downfield. Dealt with very well by a defender. Nice little interplay there. And if you can run at defensive speed. What a good game! What a good game so far. Like we kind of anticipated a decent encounter, and there's certainly been chances. And let's see what we got here. Tri-rail or Brightline? It's another tri-rail. So that's tri-rail 2, Brightline 0. That's on that scoreboard. Number 7 for Miami Sun. Certainly, again, playing on that left side defence. Very good with the ball at his feet. He's got his team out of a couple of sticky situations. Again, I will do my best to start a stopwatch for the second half, but it really does feel now that we must be into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Still 0-0. Chances for both teams. Still waiting for that breakthrough. Will it come now from the back for Miami Sun?
Damn, bro, both teams are equally afraid of each other. No, but I'm saying they're equally afraid.
Well, that's a dangerous ball to play down the middle of your own defence, but they get away with it.
Everybody up, man. Like, they play high press.
And that's another free kick. And there we have it, the end of the first half. It remains 0-0, Miami Sun FC, Florida Soccer Soldiers in the UPSL Florida South Division. Chances for both teams. Definitely one good chance for Miami Sun FC on about the half an hour mark, and then one very good save by the Miami Sun FC keeper. And it will be 0-0. I will just centre this. Join us in 15 minutes for the second half of this fascinating encounter. The stream will stay live. We're not going anywhere. And as soon as the action begins, we will have it for you on Magic City Soccer, Miami-Dade County's premier source for soccer information. Everything from the internationals right the way down through to the lower leagues. We have it all for you. Matthew, Omar, Drew, and me, myself, Lee Ifans, here tonight for you for this game. Drinks break. We'll be back soon. This thing is fucking uncomfortable. Excuse me while I mute the microphone, everyone. I apologise. Thank you for that comment there. Just let me see if I can just see it. Put a bet on this. I mean, you can't believe you found a stream and British commentary. I can't believe you can bet on this game. But there's no question of anyone throwing this game. This has been a competitive, well-contested game. James, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back second half. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, looks like we are about to get underway here. A little bit of warm up by the two teams. You can see the Soccer Soldiers keen to get back on with the job here, as you might expect, since they were probably on points that just shaded the first half, if only for that one chance. I have re-racked the camera a little bit here, but it goes a little bit artistic this way. But we'll do our best to zoom in on the goals when the action happens. Again, beautiful evening here in South Florida. Joining me now on the commentary gantry, if you can call it that, is one Christian Gomez, local soccer aficionado. Christian, thank you for joining me here on the Tower of Power.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're gonna have to project your voice, boy.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me. Yeah, no, I was just giving, commentary on the site, and I was like, yeah, might as well get up on this, whatever you call this. But
it's hard to picture. Maybe we can get a picture and put it on Twitter or something. It's kind of like one of those chairs that a tennis umpire sits on, but without any comfort. So we're sort of like standing on these bars here. It's
yeah, my left foot's.
Wouldn't call it comfortable, but it's functional.
I'm using a trash can for leverage, so that tells you the extent of our situation here.
James, is this freelance work just a hobby? You correctly identify the accent. I'm actually a Swansea boy. I used to play soccer back in the day, and really this is my way of keeping my eye in these days. I do it for the love of the game. I don't do it for the pay, and I'll do anything for a 4-pack of beer as well. That's my motivation for being down here, and just to see some good soccer. As you can hear, the referee has blown his whistle to bring attention to the two teams. Yeah, again, it's difficult with these floodlights, but we'll go with this for the second half. I feel like I got a good little range on everything. Miami Sun just taking an extra run. What's your thoughts on the first half, Christian?
Really scrappy. It was one of the scrappiest games I've ever seen, and I've seen it all. I mean, these guys, they're non-league, but they don't really have the attitude of a non-league team. These guys are out for blood. I
think yes, scrappy in the sense it was very, very tightly contested, and it was physical. But yeah, that midfield battle. I mean, you can see here it's kind of 4 at the back and 3 central midfielders for both teams, and that's gonna get both feet on here. Just go on the top one and I'll go on the bottom one. There we go. The height difference. For those of you out there who know me and Christian, the height difference. There is actually 2 bars, kind of like an upper and a lower one. So that kind of works out.
Yeah. We're about even height now, so.
That's for the first time ever.
Oh, thanks for that.
Let's see. All right, put your game face on, Christian. Let's see. Hey! So we can see now.
Don't
for those of us who we won't show the jersey that he's wearing because it's MLS. So there we go. We're about to get away. So have we got a stopwatch? Because I don't want to guess the time again.
Yeah, we're good to go.
The referee just checking his watch as well. And I think we're about to get back underway. And indeed, we are back underway here at the Orange Bowl Field, Ives Estates Park. Miami Sun FC versus Florida Soccer Soldiers, UPSL, Florida South Division. It is still 0-0. And it is still all to play for. Both these teams, the winner here really kind of like puts the champagne on ice.
Yeah, it went off.
Puts the champagne on ice for the title celebrations. Trusting you there, Christian, that we can see what's happening.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, these are the top 2 seeds currently in this conference. And yeah, I mean, they've shown that they are the top 2 teams. They're pretty even for the most part.
And before that, for the Soccer Soldiers, bringing it out. It's an enticing 45 minutes of football, or soccer, I should say.
Oh, he's there. Oh!
Oof, well, that was a decent effort, and Miami Sun FC have come out swinging. They took a little bit longer to get out onto the field, and maybe the coach was trying to get a few points across, and well, that's a wake-up call for the Soccer Soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, both teams they perform really well, and again, it's just like you mentioned earlier at the top here. It's like whoever wins is going to win the conference.
Likely, they would have to win out the rest of their games, and if this game does end in a draw, and it comes down to goal difference, I do not have the luxury of a table in front of me, but I know that the Soccer Soldiers have a very mean defence. They've conceded 3 goals all season, so on goal difference, it would probably go to the Soccer Soldiers. Well, that was a firm challenge. It's a good ref, this guy. Like last time we were down here, I think he gets all the good games down here, and he controls the game well. Miami Sun have to deal with this here.
Wasn't necessarily the best pass, but it works. Didn't have really much velocity on it.
Oh well, that was a great challenge. I mean, it came straight back to the Soccer Soldiers, but it needed that intervention. Long ball, downfield. No danger.
Yeah, it's a cafe type. Not a cafe. It's like a.
Well, after that early chance, it's settled down a little bit here, but this is promising.
Right as you say that, they're right there on a bit of a counterattack. Oh, it's still continuing there.
Well, here we go. Is he going to shoot? He sort of looked like he was lining that one up, the number 12.
Yeah,
and that was the right ball. That was the right ball. There's a little bit of room down here. Swung over, but it's too long, too deep. And that will be good enough for a goal kick.
Yeah, Soccer Soldiers seem to have the tendency to play from the back.
Yes, definitely. They have some very experienced players at the back there. It looks like they're missing a couple of players from when I've seen them before, but they are dealing with that change in personnel quite well. Ball comes down here, and the Soccer Soldiers come up with it again. It kind of sucks when the players over the other side. We need to try and find a camera too for the future here, but you know, if one of the team that scores a goal here, I mean, that's going to be vital.
And who knows, if one team scores, then that possibly opens the
floodgates. And this could be it here, except the ball just rolls out. Yeah, it will be, if a goal goes in, it will be about how the other team reacts.
Yeah, could open the floodgates, really, because the pressure just keeps building and building.
And again, Miami Sun choosing to kick it a bit longer. Get the ball out of danger.
Yeah, this game has not been short of physicality, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, you've got a lot of young guys with a point to prove here, and they know what's at stake. Well, it was crowded out there. That was pretty good hustle.
Yeah, that's out.
Again, it's an interesting camera angle, but I feel this is working better for us because I was kind of having to hold it down to frame out the floodlights before. So it's a little bit Blair Witch, but you know, it works.
Yeah, it has a college students in film type vibe. Like I said, it's a different angle to see the game.
And you know, maybe they have a long throw in the locker here because he's certainly lined it up.
Oh, he's gone all the way back to the fence here.
Is it going to be? That's a hell of a throw, to be fair.
Oh, calls for a hand here, I believe.
No, I think it's they're asking for a corner, and I think they may have it. Yeah, that was a hell of a long throw. I mean, when you have a player with a long throw on your team, it does give you that option. Reminds me of the great Rory Delap back from the golden Premier League years of the 2000s. Stoke City players to whip that ball in like low level and hard. But this is the Miami Sun corner. Looks, ooh, it was half a chance there. And the pressure is still on. Dealt with quite nicely. Yeah, as you can see here, we're kind of the way that we've been set up here. We're a little bit off the halfway line, so down that end is a little bit further away, and that may be another corner by the look of it.
Yes, it is going back to the
Miami Sun piling on the pressure. Second half.
We're about 8 minutes into the second half here.
Well, that has gone quickly, and that might be because we have spent so much time down this end of the field. And you just wonder, as time goes on, if one of these teams will get a little bit bolder, and that maybe it will be Miami Sun that has to do that, knowing that they might referee sorting something out there. Miami Sun might be a little bit behind on goal difference, again from memory. The ball comes in. Oof, and it's a punch, but not a fantastic one. And the clearance. You do that side of the pitch, I'll do this side. On ball. Oof, and he went to ground there and got the ball. But if he'd have mistimed that, could have been a different story.
Yeah, they're both down.
They are both down. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer to that, and I have to tilt it up a little bit. Yeah, looks a little bit nasty. Looks a little bit nasty. So let's.
It seems physios are now coming onto the pitch here.
Sort that one out. Leave it. We drink. No big deal. Ooh. Love these purple Miami Sun FC jerseys. Purple is not a colour you see very often.
Yeah, mostly associated with Orlando, with City.
Yes, the Mickey Mouse team up the road.
You could tell our biases.
I don't know if maybe that was a returning possession there, but we're back underway. Still 0-0. Still no breakthrough. That's a handball. I saw it. And here we go. It's a chance now for the Soccer Soldiers to take the pressure off, but they go with a quick free kick. And a little platform now for Soccer Soldiers coming out of the midfield. That's a long ball over the top and a beautiful flying header. Making a little progress down his flank, whipped in, and he had to have strong hands there, and the Miami Sun keeper did very well with that. Got to get that guy's name. Long kick downfield. That's Manuel Cole there, I think, 20. Very good player, very involved in the Open Cup game that was played recently, where Soccer Soldiers won 6-0 against Hurricane FC, who play up in Delray. Yeah, this number 20, pretty good player. and they look for him.
Ooh. Yeah, that's out. That's out for a Miami Sun throw-in.
It's a good opportunity for these players. That's the beauty of the UPSL. It gives these players a platform, and you can tell from the from the fact that this is still 0-0. It's a close game.
And you can see there right to the bottom right of your screen here, you can see that we have a decent turnout here today. Again, it's really good to come to these UPSL games. Not only are you supporting local soccer, but at the same time, you're supporting the park service here in Miami-Dade, or actually wherever you are, and UPSL's in your area. So, I highly recommend you check these games out because this quality just for the price of the gas that you have to spend to get here, it's well worth it.
And of course, the UPSL, they do have a national playoff championship, $10,000 at stake for the winning team. Well, the ref is looking at his line now. The line is looking back at his ref, and it's a goal kick. Soccer Soldiers, of course, gone through the semi-finals of the spring season. It's a split season, a spring season and a fall season.
Very similar to Liga Max.
Exactly, and Soccer Soldiers had a good run to I think the semi-finals of the national playoffs of the UPSL, which is great for South Florida to have a representative in there. And that's 3-0 for the tri-rail, but also it could be 1-0 for Miami Sun FC. Great goalkeeping, that was fantastic. And a distribution as well to restart play. Nice from the 23 there. Very nice, very nice. Just keeping the ball alive there. And well, that was right in front of us.
Free kick. The ref has been very lax here on the cards. We've only seen like a few, I believe, right?
Yes. This is one of those free kicks. It's going to be a little bit far out, and you can see them lining up on the edge of the box there. This is probably the first meaningful attack for the Soccer Soldiers.
We've had a couple hard knocks here in this game.
So they're lining up. Kick goes in. It's a decent height. Oh. He's just over it.
Whoa! Whoa! I heard contact there.
Well, yeah, we heard contact for sure. That's a lovely little flick in behind the defence. So it's going to be a free kick. Again, this stream, we are proud to bring you this stream for Magic City Soccer. You can check out the website magiccity.soccer. Believe me, put that into your browser. You get all sorts of Miami-Dade soccer information. Everything from the top to the bottom in this region. That's a yellow card there as well. I think for a little bit of back chat, magiccity.soccer on the internet. Find us on Twitter. I believe the handle is Magic City Soccer. Find us on Instagram. And we have the old Facebook page as well. Just search for us, you'll find us. Everything you need to know about soccer in Miami.
If you wish to see more of these games, please let us know.
The season obviously like coming to an end, but there's going down the stretch. There will be some good games on offer, and of course playoffs afterwards. And I'm sure these two teams, regardless of the result today, these two teams will feature in the playoffs. Ref's not happy. You know, you see some bad refs, even in the NPSL, like some of us watching Miami FC. You see some interesting refereeing, and this guy knows what he's doing. And there's a player down there, so that's what the stoppage is for. It looks like it could be a little bit of cramp. As we have said, physical game, he's all right. What's the time on the clock, Christian?
We are about past 15 minutes in.
Yeah, past 15 minutes in. Will the season be continued? No, this, like we say, it's a split season, so they play spring championship and a fall championship, as I say over here. Fall, of course, being American for autumn. So no, this season will be the regular season will be done and dusted by the end of November. Probably playoffs in December. It will all shut down then for the new year. We'll be back at it probably March time.
Yeah, the finals, from what I researched, is I think they happen in January, I believe. So if one of these teams qualify, I could see us possibly.
Oh, he's in!
He's in!
He's in!
Oh,
that's a great
perfect
save! That's a great save. And Miami Sun FC again finding space in behind the Soccer Soldiers defence there, and it needed the goalkeeper to come out and deal with it, he did. Another corner for Miami Sun. Whipped in, dealt with well. And that ball could be going anywhere, and I feel there was a little bit of a shove there. And we start again quickly. Soccer Soldiers now down this left flank. There's a little bit of space behind the defence if they can make it work. And that's a foul. That's a foul right in front of us. We can all see it. Little ball clipped over the top, and he had half a chance there, and it's a goal kick.
Lots of yelling here. Apparently there's a difference of opinion out here.
Well, you will find that with soccer players. Everyone's a referee, everyone's a coach, everyone thinks they know better. But the most important fact remains that it is scoreless. It is 0-0. Miami Sun FC, Florida Soccer Soldiers. And the time is getting on. We have maybe half an hour left here.
This is a kettle waiting to blow here.
Handball. Don't think there was much chance of that, but lovely little bit of skill. Well dealt with there. The number 16 for Miami Sun. And he's back on the ball, and that's a lovely little touch, and it needed the intervention there of the defender. We're getting to that part of the game now. You know, could be a moment of inspiration, could be a mistake. Something might open this game up here at the Orange Bowl field, Iowa State Park. In the 3:05, lovely Miami-Dade County.
Weather's not bad.
It is a beautiful evening for soccer. Hardly a breath of wind, just a nice little cooling, refreshing breeze. No rain, no humidity, no thunderstorms, just soccer in its purest form. No dice there. Stays with Miami Sun. What a lovely little outside of the boot pass that was by number 4. And they're in, and it's a goal. Oh! Wow, my word! He just had to tap it in. That was the chance. That was much closer than the other chances. He had the goal at his mercy, and I think it just came to him a little bit too quick. Those chances flashed at you, Christian. I can tell you, in my glory days as centre forward, you just need to get something on it, but they come so quick. He's going to be kicking himself. I mean, 1-0 there, with 28 minutes left to go. That would have made the game extremely interesting. But it has been the story of Miami Sun FC attacking this Soccer Soldiers goal in this second half. And I think Soccer Soldiers need to get a foot on the ball and sort themselves out here.
And as a person who has a lot of experience playing football video games, yeah, I know that feeling as well.
Well, that's just as valid. That's just as valid. The pressure in those kind of situations is can be equal.
Sadly, I'm not as athletic as I could be, but you know, I've been in that situation before.
Your commentary team here bringing a wealth of experience of both the virtual and the physical game. And Soccer Soldiers could be in here. Is he on? It's off a chance, and that's another.
Again,
that's another close chance, and it just slides wide. Wow.
Two very close chances from both teams are within the span of 2 minutes.
Yes, exactly. And sometimes that is when you're the most vulnerable. Sometimes you're the most vulnerable when you've just almost scored. Romero Cup, yeah, good to hear from you guys at the Romero Cup. Quality local South Florida competition. Christian, take over the camera for me. Yeah, we would. Magic City Soccer is here to cover Miami-Dade Soccer. You know, we are fans of the game. We love the game. If we can be there, if we can fit it into our schedule, you know, invite us down. And that's the throw. We'll talk offline. Right now, all we care about is this fascinating game of local soccer. And he winds up a shot, and whoa! Well, if you got a point for hitting those American football goalposts.
Crossbar challenge.
And it is a corner kick.
We got a.
It's a corner kick, and I think
we got
they are kind of insisting that that's not the case. That's a little bit. Let's get a little bit closer. Let's get a little bit closer here.
For the moment, let's lift the camera up here to see.
It's a little bit SD, but there it is. This game barking into life a little bit now, and it's a short corner. Swung over. There's a man free, and it's a goal! Well, no, it's the Florida Soccer Soldiers take the lead. Well, there was some controversy. Well, there's actually a lot of controversy about whether it was really a corner kick, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the scoreboard. That's the only statistic that counts, and Florida Soccer Soldiers get themselves on it with a wonderful towering header from that corner, but it's controversial. It's a very controversial goal, but it is now 1-0. Florida Soccer Soldiers, game on. Christian, what do you think about that?
I mean, the call was controversial. That might be one where, you know, we might look back here with the film to see whether if it was a great call or not. But hey, kudos to Soccer Soldiers taking advantage of the situation, whether if it was right or wrong.
Well, they need to be careful here because they need to get their heads together and start playing some soccer and get back on level terms here.
Yeah.
You guys at home, if you can rewind the stream, take a look at it. But I mean, the arguments continue, and this is.
The ref took the ball.
This is not what the game's about. This is not what the game should be about.
The ref has taken the ball away from the.
I think he's just trying to calm things down, and.
Yeah, you could tell this is a high pressure game. This is pretty much the equivalent of a championship game.
Well, it's Thanksgiving, not 4th of July, but this game has just exploded into life like a firework. And what a talking point that will be. What a talking point.
All the pleasantries were left at the dinner table, obviously, here for both teams.
What I mean...
Oh, we got the Miami Sun coach here.
This is...
arguing his case with the ref here.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, but there is such a lot at stake in this game. That you can understand the tensions running high. But if the referee is given the decision, he's not going to change his mind. Never in my 40 years have I seen a referee change his mind about something, and as well, they can't. I mean, they have to live with their decisions. But it was a pretty good goal. I mean, he took the goal well.
This is local soccer. Anything can happen.
Perhaps the keeper could have come and claimed it. But, you know, perhaps it wasn't a corner. But there is only one statistic that matters, and that is the score, and it is 1-0. And I think that Miami Sun are shooting themselves in the foot a little bit here because they need to get their heads together. I think this is now transformed into some sort of unofficial drinks break. But they need to sort themselves out, calm down, get their heads back in the game, and
yeah, these guys, you know, they certainly have the talent to get back into this. They just gotta get their heads down and just get to it.
They've been knocking on the door, but it's pointless knocking on the front door if you leave the back door open.
Yeah, we're just about 26 minutes past into the second half. I mean, they still have time. This could come back to hurt them wasting time like this.
Well, it depends if the referee's going to... Well,
we got a red card.
Well, it's gone from bad to worse.
For a Miami Sun player here.
It's difficult to tell from this distance whether he is a substitute or whether he's on the field, but he has a jersey on.
Number 18.
And that was number 18 for Miami Sun FC. And
he's picking up his stuff, and yeah, he's out of here.
Well, this is it. This is not the correct decision. This is not the response you want when you go down. And now you drop your teammates in it. Now they've got to do it with 10 men. And on the other side of the field, soccer soldiers now just have to keep their head. They have to keep it tight. But let's get back to the soccer boys. Yeah. Leave the ref alone. Let him do his job. He's not going to change his mind.
He has been really good for the most part.
Let's see if we can get
the
a
entire
little
game. It's just this one call might just define him sadly.
He's off. He's gone. I mean, passions run high, and you know it's part of the game. But that's a whistle, and I think that the referee has now called the players off.
What is
that was definitely a final whistle.
Ref,
this is a hugely
what the hell's going on?
This is a hugely interesting development. The referees have walked off the field. The final whistle has been blown. The score is 1-0. The soccer soldiers are kind of, you know, they're...
What?
We got players running into
this is not what we turned up to see. This is not what we turned up to see.
This is not what the game is about, guys. This is...
I believe that the game has been concluded at 1-0 to the soccer soldiers.
Yeah, we see players hugging each other. Yeah, it's over. We're done early.
Well, I don't think we expected that. I mean, I think that could be it. We'll stay with it. We'll stay here on Magic City Soccer YouTube.
It was stream. It was 3 beeps. And that's usually
I mean, it's the final whistle, and again, I don't think he can change his mind. I think
26 minutes.
What's the time on the clock, Christian? Officially?
Officially, right now, if the timer keeps going, we're about about to be 29 minutes in.
We're 28 minutes into the second half, which I believe I have to do math in my head on a Sunday after a beer. So 45 plus 28 is what?
We were just about 15 minutes. We're near the 75th. We're about in the 73rd minute.
75th minute, and it looks like.
Why
has this happened? Well, that's a very good question, mate.
There was an altercation with the Miami Sun players here with the referee because they didn't agree with the.
It has happened in this part of the world before, and you know, passions run high. People take these games very, very seriously, as well you might expect.
Let's see if we could maybe possibly talk with one of the referees here to get their opinion on this.
Don't know if we're gonna get an opinion from the referee. I think he's probably gonna want to get in his car and go home. Is that it?
Oh,
ref, is that full time? Guys,
yeah,
they're walking off. Is that it?
Can we get a comment, ref? Can we get a comment?
Guys, was that it?
Is that it? Is it full? Full time. It's full time.
Yeah, give us
that little, you know. Well,
yeah,
there we go. So. I think that will be 1-0 to the soccer soldiers.
Yeah, they're right now huddled up. They're celebrating.
Well, I mean, I don't have the luxury of being on YouTube. I don't know if you can rewind and watch all this back, but you know,
it will be archived.
We are done. 75 minutes, and that's the way this game is going to end, and that is a shame because it has been a wonderful evenings of entertainment here at the Orange Bowl Field at Iverson State Park. And
you are correct. This is madness, James.
Once the referee feels physically threatened, they will end the game because it's not worth it for them. I don't think I can really blame them, but I think we should probably bring this broadcast in for a little bit of a landing. I don't think we're gonna get a comment from Miami Sun. Stay tuned to the Magic City Soccer website and Twitter page. We might hang around and see if we can get a comment from someone from Soccer Soldiers, but this definitely puts them in the box seat now in the division because they are equal on points after this win, but crucially with 1 game in hand. And it looks like on this lovely evening, this lovely Sunday evening, well, let's give thanks for the soccer. Let's not give any thanks for the way it ended.
Yeah, we were.
Christian, any last comments?
We were robbed. We were robbed of.
We were robbed of a good closing 15 minutes of soccer, and I think we are going to call it there. I've been Lee, he's been Christian. This has been Magic City Soccer. Check us out, magiccity.soccer on the internet. Find us on Facebook, Magic City Soccer on Twitter, Magic City Soccer on Instagram, and stay tuned. We'll have more streams for you in the future. This is hopefully the first of many. Florida Soccer Soldiers won. Miami Sun FC 0. Good night, world.